Hi guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Today I'm here with a new mini album tutorial. We're going to be making this fun pop-up book using the Little Prince paper collection by Ciao Bella. So this mini album measures 8.5 by 7 and it has a 2.5 inches spine and 4 signature pages. The signatures are super fun and easy to make. I am in love with these paper designs. I love adventures and reading, and this collection definitely reflects the magic of the story. All the pages are designed the same way. We just embellish them a little bit different. So over here this opens up and we have a fun two-way pop-up where you can add pictures, and then on the bottom here I just added a little tag spot where we can add all these different elements from the collection. This collection had a lot of different pieces to play with, and then when we close this up, this opens up here again and we have a fun pop-up feature. You can add pictures on the sides. These are also pocket pages, so you can add more photo mats in there. And then on the back of the pages we have a pocket where you can add more pictures. I love these journaling cards here. They're just perfect for writing memories, and so all the pages are exactly the same. I will do a separate video showcasing all of the inside pages here, but for now let's go ahead and make our book. So to make this book, I'm going to be using the Little Prince paper collection, and I am going to use the paper pad, the patterns pad, and also the creative A4 pad. And we are going to be using some chipboard pieces. So I went ahead and cut 2 pieces at 8.5 by 7 and 1 piece at 8.5 by 2.5. And then to make the book, I'm just simply going to be using this craft color cardstock. This is 65 pound, and I'm going to use this for the binding, for the pages, and for the hinges as well. So let's go ahead and start with our book. So I'm going to start with 3 pieces of cardstock. We're going to join these together, and then we are going to make the binding for the book. So now for the hinges, we're going to use a piece of 7 3/4 by 11, and I'm going to score first at 2 inches. Then we're going to score at 2 3/4, 3.5, 4, okay, 4 3/4, 5.5, 6, 6 3/4, 7 1/2, 8, 8 3/4, and 9 1/2. Okay, and then we're going to fold along the score line. So we're going to join together the first 2 3/4 inches like that to make the first hinge. We're going to skip the next 1/2 inch and join together the 3/4 inches. Okay, so here we have our second hinge, and then I'm just going to do the same. Okay, so those together, skip the next, and do these two together. So for the base pages, I am going to need 4 pieces of 9 by 6 1/4 and 4 pieces of 8 by 6 1/4. And the 9-inch pieces, we are going to score at 1/2 inch and at 8 1/2. Then we're going to fold along the score lines, and we are going to add a piece of double-sided tape. So now for the pop-up pages, I am going to cut 4 pieces of 8 inches by 6.5, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch along the 6.5. Now we're going to add these pieces to the front side of each one of the pages. So we're just going to line this up to the right side of the page, and we are going to add the glue on the 1/2 inch section. Okay, so we're just gonna add the glue, line it up on the right side, and then we're going to do the same for all the pages. To use the patterns pad, and I'm going to pick 4 of these designs to cover the pages. So I have all of these little pieces that I cut out, and I'm going to use the scrap pieces that we have, and I'm just going to reduce these here to maybe 7 inches. Okay, and then this measures 4.5, and we're gonna use this as the base to make the pop-up. And then I'm going to score at 1/2 inch right here, and we're gonna fold along the score line, and here we go. Just gonna put a piece of tape here, just like that, and then we're going to cut. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for all of these. Here I have the 4 pieces, and I'm keeping the tape facing up, and I'm going to start making the layouts, and then we're going to add them to our book. So to make this a little bit more fun, I'm just going to do a little cut here so it's not so boxy. Okay, something like that. And then I'm going to add some elements. So I'm not folding this in half yet. We're going to do that at the end. So I think for that one, I want to use one of these. So I'm going to place one maybe here, and then just add some different elements to create a scene. So now that I have the layouts, I'm going to place them on my scoreboard, and I'm just going to score at about, at the center, basically here. Just gonna give it a score, and we're gonna fold these in half, just like that. And then I am going to cut right there on the center. You want to have a piece that looks like this, and these are going to be fold back, and those are going to be your pop-up pieces. So I'm going to do the same to all of these. And now I'm just going to add the pop-up pieces. So I'm going to open up the page. I am going to use one of my pop-ups. You want to fold it in half so you have your tape facing up, and we're going to place it so this tip here matches the bending line, and we're going to place it at an angle like this. So first I'm going to peel off the tape, and we are going to place it right there. Take this out, and when you open it, you're going to have your pop-up section. So I'm gonna do the same with the other ones. So now I'm going to use 4 pieces of 6 by 8.5, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch along the 8.5 inch side. We are going to add those pieces on the front of our layout. Okay, so here we have our pop-up layout, and I'm going to glue these ones right on the top. I'm going to use 4 pieces of 4 by 6, and I'm going to score along the 6 inches at 1.5, 3, and 4.5. Okay, so 1.5, 3, 4.5, and then along the 4 inches we're going to score at 1, 2, and 3. And we are going to cut the corner rectangular sections up. So now I'm going to use 4 pieces of 5 by 8 inches, and I'm going to score along the 8 inches at 1/2 inch, at 4, and at 7.5. I'm going to fold these smaller pieces here, so we're going to match the center line along the top to the center line on the sides. So we're going to go from the top to the left side, and then I'm going to fold down, and then we're also going to go from the top to the other side. Now you're gonna see an X mark on the center, and then you're just going to pinch back the 2 side sections, and then you're gonna bring these together like that. Okay. So now we're going to put our pop-ups together. I'm going to use these larger pieces, and I went ahead and folded these in half, but you also want to fold the 1/2 inch sections here, and you want to fold those both ways. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one and this one here. Okay, so now we're gonna hold these flat again, and we're gonna grab one of the smaller pieces, and what we're gonna do is place these in between these two sections. So basically you're going to separate these sections, and we're going to insert these right in there, and you want to place these right up until that score line, so that's going to be your stopping point. And then we're going to bring our book back. I'm going to open those up, and we're going to glue these pieces down. So I'm going to add glue on this section here and on the back. Okay, and then you want to place these on the center, and you want to make sure the tip is touching the bending line. And I'm just going to move it more this way. Okay, so then I have all my 4 pop-ups, and then when you open this up, you're gonna see your pop-up section. And then I'm going to do 4 pieces of 4.5 by 7.25, and I'm going to score along the 4.5 at 1/2 inch, and along the 7.25 at 1/2 inch, and at 6 3/4. And then what we're going to do is just cut the corners here. And so now we're just going to glue the pockets on the back of the pages.